Hello everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode. Today we're diving deep into a topic that's all about transforming your presentations. Using props and visuals, add spark to your presentation. Let's be real for a moment. We've all been in that dreadful situation, haven't we? Sitting through a presentation that feels more like watching paint dry than anything engaging. Well, let me share a little story. I once witnessed a chap presenting on tax regulations, quite the snooze fest, until he pulled out a giant inflatable tax form. It was utterly ridiculous, but believe it or not, it had everyone in stitches. Suddenly, we were all paying attention, and his key points, well, they stuck like glue.
Wow, a giant inflatable tax form. That definitely sounds, memorable, but how do you choose the right props to ensure they emphasize your points rather than just become distractions?
Fantastic question. It really boils down to creatively integrating your props into your message. Think of it like seasoning a dish. You wouldn't just dump a whole shaker of salt onto your meal, right? Just a sprinkle enhances the flavor. Similarly, your props should elevate your message. For example, if you're discussing climate change, imagine bringing in a melted ice sculpture to signify rising temperatures. It's striking, impactful, and literally melts in your hands.
Oh, that's so interesting. It makes me think of those artists who paint with melted wax. But how do you make sure that the visuals actually support what you're saying instead of just sounding like noise?
Absolutely. The selection of visuals is truly crucial. You want to choose images, videos, or graphics that are pertinent and bolster your narrative without overpowering your audience. Picture this. It's like a movie soundtrack. If it's too loud or distracting, it just doesn't work. For instance, when presenting the tech behind virtual reality, a snappy 20-second video clip demonstrating its educational applications could not only drive the message home, but also energize the room.
Yes, like those video demos of VR classrooms. I've seen some of those online and they're seriously cool. But what about using too many props? Isn't there a risk that it could become a circus instead of an effective presentation?
Precisely, it's critical to avoid overuse. Imagine attending a magic show where every trick is accompanied by 50 different props. You'd end up confused and miss the actual magic. The key is being strategic. Limit yourself to one or two striking props that can really stand out and catch attention. Overdoing it scatters focus, and then your vital points, they get lost in the noise.
That totally brings to mind my friend's presentation in college. He brought in, a dozen different gadgets, and honestly, it turned into a tech showcase rather than a presentation. I can't recall a single thing he talked about. So, would you suggest practicing with your props before the big day?
Absolutely. Practicing with your props cannot be emphasized enough. Integrating them seamlessly into your presentation is key. You don't want to be fumbling about like a deer in headlights. I remember once during a talk about the importance of storytelling, I used a book as a prop. Prior to stepping on stage, I practiced flipping through the pages at just the right moments. It became part of my flow. So yes, rehearse.
That's such a good tip. Are there any specific types of props that you think work best, or do you have particular examples that you love using?
Oh, absolutely. Physical objects work wonders. If discussing sustainability, a reusable bag could really hammer home the point. Charts or infographics can present data beautifully. But my absolute favorite? Props that create a sensory experience. Picture discussing nutrition while cooking during a presentation. The smell of freshly cooked food alone could captivate everyone's attention. Multi-sensory engagement is key.
Whoa, cooking during a presentation? That's wild. How do you handle the cleanup though? Wouldn't that distract you from your message?
Yes, that does pose a logistical challenge. But let me tell you, it's all about preparation. Having a team or a buddy on hand to assist with cleanup can keep your presentation smooth and engaging. A little foresight goes a long way in avoiding messiness and keeping the audience focused on the experience. It enhances your narrative rather than detracts from it.
I love this. I never realized props could be such a game changer in presentations. Thanks for sharing all these, amazing insights. I can't wait to try some of these ideas out.
You're very welcome. I'm thrilled to hear that. Remember, the goal is to enhance the connection to your audience and make your message unforgettable. So go out there and have fun with it.
Definitely. I'm thinking of my next presentation already. Thanks again.